Right, Trill, Kenny Muhammad,
Yeah.
Queens, New York.
Peace, family.
Human beatbox extraordinaire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, one question that, as I've been studying and thinking about this whole concept of you being a beatbox, especially in this day and age in the hip hop, because, like, beatbox is kind of like a lost art.
Yeah, yeah.
What made you decide to maybe go to beatbox route as opposed to, because you say, you're actually dealing with beats as opposed to being maybe a famous producer or a rapper?
See, that's the thing. I'm bringing a whole new production to the industry, but the thing is, I don't. It's like I transcended beatboxing a long time ago. The proper name is human beatbox. So the beatbox is a machine, a German machine.
Okay.
Beat machine. So that's what it. And Barry B. He coined human beatbox. He told Dougie Fresh, you should call what you do the human beatbox, because the beatbox machine from Germany was already out. But back in the days, Barry B was like, yo, Doug, call it human beatbox. Call it the human. He coined that phrase, the human beatbox, and of course, it was a whole back and forth with Darren Robinson. Buff Love as him, he being the original human beatbox, and so they were battling each other and whatnot. So nobody knows who's the first one, but Darren Robinson was the one. That's like my human beatbox father. He gave birth to me.
So you actually had contact and everything?
Yeah, I serenaded his mother and father. Man.
Wow.
I met his mother and father. His brother that managed him, his name is Kurt, Big Kurt. You know what I'm saying? I met a lot of people don't know Darren Robinson, Buff Love. He has a son by Queen Pen.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he taught Queen Pen how to rap.
Buff Love did?
Buff Love.
Taught Queen Pen how to rap.
He taught Queen Pen how to rap.
Wow!
A lot of people don't know
Queen
that
Pen.
history.
Yeah.
He taught Queen Pen how to rap.
Huh. Okay.
He schooled her, and they have a beautiful son. I think he's doing music now too, as well. But back to your question, I'm gonna make sure. Like I transcended. I don't even really like referring to myself as beatbox. Beatbox. That's mostly like the European cats that kind of taking and doing their thing. They doing all that dubstep stuff and whatnot. But I'm just hardcore hip hop. That's not my frequency. I don't, it's like rave. They taking like the hip hop art of human beatbox and they turn it into a whole rave kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not hip hop. That's me.
Yeah,
I don't get down with that. I'm universal hip hop, doing all different type of genres. But you know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. That's a European thing, right?
Word.
But yeah, man. So I pretty much, I transcended, the art of human beatboxing. I'm more of a musician.
Yeah.
I'm a musician, I mastered the drum technique, the whole nine. A lot of people, they look at me as a human drummer and whatnot, but that essence of the human beatbox thing, that's in me, you know what I'm saying, that boom bap, and whatnot. But now, I'm listening, I train myself by working with a lot of, I will go to jam sessions and jam with bands and learn timing and take over from the drummer and rock with all the, the guitars, the bass, the brass and whatnot, and hold it down and pass it back to the drummer. So I learned my timing. It's all about timing.
Yeah.
And once you master the timing, you can have the simplest beat, but it'd be so dope because your timing is impeccable. You don't need to be doing 50,000 things at one time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You need to master the technique.
The time.
It's the timing and simplicity. It's all about simplicity and power. It's all mathematics. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm on a whole another journey with what I'm doing. We're taking it to a whole nother level, as far as mastery of musicianship and the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? One time I went to this was like in 2000, like 1999, on the way into 2000. I was in New York, but I was in New Jersey. I was staying at my uncle's house out in Montclair, New Jersey, and I had met some people from the Unification Church. That's Reverend Moon.
Okay.
They call them the Moonies, whatnot. And they invite me over, whatever, Of course, they probably was trying to recruit, whatever. But I had a good time, and food and all that stuff. But there was a particular lady there, you know, and she knew about my music and whatnot. She said, "What do you want to do?" And I told her about my concept. I said, "Well, I want to bring people from all walks of life with music together by fusing hip hop and my human beatbox, vocal percussion, orchestration, you know, with a full orchestra." I said, "I see myself in tuxedo and everything, leading the whole orchestra." She said, "Oh," she said, "You know, because you know, Reverend Moon owned everything, you know." What I'm saying? So he said, "Oh, you know, I know the conductor David Eaton from the New York Symphony." You know, and,
just like
and Reverend Moon owns, you know, and they got the biggest studios in Manhattan Center. That's Reverend Moon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Manhattan Center Studios, where Timberland and Aerosmith be doing 6-month lockouts. That's them.
Wow.
That's all them. Yeah, where they do the movie scores and stuff. That's Reverend Moon on all like from 8th Avenue all the way down to like 10th, 11th. I mean, one some of the best. I was invited to the studio. They did a whole interior design. It's like a log cabin. It's like a log cabin design. It's like, I mean, the architect. It's like you think you're in a log cabin somewhere out
right in the middle of the city.
Right in the middle of the city.
That's crazy.
Amazing. So she told me she knew David Eaton. She said I've set up a meeting. So she set up a meeting. I went to his office was inside the Ramada Hotel. It was the New Yorker. The New Yorker, they own that too. You know, so. I went and met with him, and like he said, Classical was looking for like a breath of fresh air. This I think this is going to be amazing. So I was rocking, you know, showing him what I could do, and he was really impressed. He said, I'm going to write like kind of like a Vivaldi-ish type piece, you know, with 3 movements. And so he played everything on keyboard, you know, and he put on a cassette tape, and I took it home, and he said, "What we do?" Because they had like a big thing called God's Day that they do every year, and it's like 5,000 people packing at the Manhattan Center where they do all the VH1 Hip Hop Honor Awards. Yeah, that same, I mean, packed. He said, "Well, you know, the orchestra's playing. We could do our piece there." You know what I'm saying? We could do our piece there. I said, "Man, it'd be perfect." Yeah. So he gave me the tape, and I went home, you know, because I'm used to hip hop. You know, I play that thing. I hear. I was like, "Oh God, what the hell am I going to do?"
All these time sequences.
I was like, yeah, it was like. I mean, it was like complex, and I was like scared to death. I was like, "What am I going to do?" And I prayed, man. I was like, "Oh, Allah bless me to do it." Then I just kept on playing it, and like certain parts, I was like, "Oh man." That section, it went for like 8 bars, and then another 8.
It was actually
it's like different. I started piecing it like a puzzle. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I started, you know, I just went in on it. You know, I kept, because like when you first listen to it, you'd be like, "Yo, if anybody else,
I can keep a beat to this."
Yeah. If anybody else would have listened to it, who's doing what I, and really didn't want to accept that type of challenge, they'd have been like, "Yo, I ain't gonna be able to do this." You know what I'm saying?
So you say you've been doing it for a long time. How long have you been doing it?
Man, I've been beatboxing, man. I've been doing all the human beatbox, vocal percussion, man. When the Fat Boys came out? When did it come out?
85, 86?
Yeah, I've been doing it ever since the Fat Boys came out, brother.
Wow.
I've been doing it, and I mean, it takes me all over. And I even though I've been doing it that long, I got to a point now where like even all the complex beats and that everybody's hearing, it's like when you become a master, you learn to simplify all that stuff into a simple beat that's so dope. Number one, because I discovered so much of the power of human beatbox or percussion. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I would perform, you know, I didn't even know I would heal people. I would bring people out of depression. They happy. You know, I would bring joy to people. You know what I'm saying? I had a show where someone was going to commit suicide that night, but the guy had dragged the person to my show. He was going to commit suicide, literally going to kill himself. Word. You know, it was a girl. You know, I was performing for the Ethiopian community, and like after the show, it was just the energy and the power of my performance. Because like when I perform, I give it up. You know, I give up all that love. I just give it up, and that's the thing as an artist. When you performing on stage, you giving up life that you can never get back. You're actually dying on stage, because you feeding the people, you giving them, the people give you back energy too, but you putting out so much energy. You know what I'm saying? You're actually losing life. You know what I'm saying? But you know, of course you rejuvenate, but you're still losing life. So it's a beautiful thing when you understand it. So you're actually dying, giving life through your soul. Right. Because you're healing people, you're inspiring and uplifting people. That's one thing Minister Farrakhan said. He said as artists, we have to, with our art, we have to inspire and uplift humanity. You know, I just added something at the end. I said, inspire and uplift humanity to do the impossible. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would do shows and like a fan that email me and be like, yo man, you inspired me to start my own business. Like, how, you know what I'm saying? You just never know how you change people's lives. You know what I'm saying?